What up, players? It's WarbossTae up in this mug. Welcome to my introduction video for the 2017 July Painting Challenge here on YouTube. And boy, has it already been a year since the last painting challenge? It's even more because last year it was in May, and it kind of took the whole year, or it kind of was, just something that I threw up in May, but said, if you need to take a year, take the year. This time I'm going to be setting it in the month of July. I'm going to have a definite beginning and end point. And if you want to take part in it after, if July is a bad month for you, or you actually want to do the full-on 31-day painting challenge, but you just can't do it in July for life reasons, then by all means, I'll leave the guidelines and the questions up. And hey, if you want to set the challenge for a different month, go ahead and do that. If you want to start in the middle of July, if you want to start on July 3rd instead of the 1st of July, then you can do that too. It's basically a 31-day challenge that we're going to be setting to paint, model, create, do something that you've been meaning to do or that you set a goal to do, and just achieve that goal throughout the month of July. So I'm going to be posting the rules. This is not really rules. I'm going to make it a lot easier and loose than it's been in the previous years, just because it's such a crazy behemoth to keep track of, and everybody's posting videos, and there's so much to figure out, and I have really literally a minute percentage of the amount of time that I have had in the past to kind of run these things, so it's going to be a lot simpler. The basic structure of the challenge is going to be the same, though. I'm going to create a 31 days of questions, personal questions to help guide you along. And if you want to take part in the full challenge of answering a question a day or a question a video, it could be 31 videos over the course of a whole year, whatever you want, then I think that's what really makes my challenge different from other ones, because I post up these questions to help us get to know each other and also help you to be motivated to work and to watch each other's videos, because I love finding out stuff about you guys that I might not be able to know because I'm in flippin' California and you're all the heck of the way across the world from me. So why not build a community? Starting off on the 1st of July, that's when I'm actually going to kick off my challenge. I'm going to be posting up a video, hopefully every single day. If not, hey, I'll do 31 videos and we'll just see where it ends. And we'll just go through it together. And this year is going to be all about creating achievable goals. Because a lot of times with these projects, I've noticed that, especially myself, I get discouraged if I don't meet my goals. And so I want to not only track my goals and track my progress and keep myself motivated, but I want to make goals that I can achieve, because I want to set my limits, or I want to know my limits before I go all over the place with, I'm going to build an army in a month. Probably not. I'm going to build a whole entire, build and paint a squad in a month. Yeah, maybe. I'm going to build and paint one miniature. Definitely, I can do that. So where are the goals that I'm comfortable between, building and painting and understanding how much time I have to paint? And I hope that goes for all of you, because I know we just have so little amount of time. We have such a limited amount of time to work on our hobby, and I want to just help us all set goals that we can achieve, and then we're going to feel good about it in the end. So stay tuned, follow us on the Google group. I'll be posting all my stuff over there, as well as on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and all of that. But the Google group is a great place to go and throw your stuff up on. You could post your pictures on my Facebook as well, facebook.com/WarbossTae, or whatever forums you like to follow. Do whatever you want, but I found that actually posting your work is a huge motivator. It allows others to see your progress, even if you don't have any progress, even if you're just going to write a sentence in the Google group, hey, didn't get any work done today, had no time to paint, really tired from my day job. That's posting up something that's helping us to build the connective tissue for our community. So we always start the challenge with a boot camp, and the boot camp is basically 5 days of filming where you can build and paint anything. And I'm going to be posting up the questions for the boot camp as well as the 31 days in the Google group. But for now, let's make this video about what your questions would be for the boot camp. You can do this anytime before the start of the challenge. So I'm going to probably knock mine out next week or the week after, right before July 1st. And it's basically for new people or people who've been out of practice from filming and posting 5 videos in a row to get back in the habit of filming and posting. You don't have to even film. You could just, like I said, write a post and put pictures up. Or maybe not even pictures, just write a post answering the questions. Whatever you want. Just get involved and get connected. And let's go through the questions now and a little bit of what they are. Question 1 is a simple one. For the month of July, or for your July painting challenge, whenever you're going to do it, what are you going to create? And this can be as simple as a single figure, a piece of terrain, a squad, an entire army, a vehicle, a monster, anything you can think of. I'm going to be using the word create a lot. To me, that has a lot of positive energy to it rather than what are you going to work on or how much work did you do today. I want to try to get out of that mindset, because to me, I think the more creative, positive of a mindset you can have, the more likely you are to get back to the table, to paint some more, to create some more. So question 1, simple. What do you plan to create during the month of July? Question 2, how is that finished product going to look, or that project going to look? When your project is done at the end of the month, what do you want to have? I want you to really think, visualize. If you're holding that model, or that if you're looking at your finished miniatures on the table, what are they going to look like? And what do you hope to do with it? You know, are you going to play with it? Or is it going to be a display piece? Is it going to be a piece of terrain for your table? Just how do you want it to look in your head? A lot of visualization this year. Okay, the third one is more of a practical question. When do you plan to create? When do you plan to sit at your table and paint or model or work on your project? Because if you can think of the time ahead of time, like now, if I'm thinking of July, I know my days are going to be pretty busy up until the evenings past 8 o'clock in the evening. So that's when I'm going to have to come home and really sit down and work. If you like to paint in the morning, if you like to paint in the afternoons, last thing before you go to bed, when do you like to sit down and put paint on your models? So that's question 3. Question 4, what's your setup? What does your ideal setup, like, what do you imagine it to be? For myself, I want my table to be clean, but I know that's probably not going to happen too often. I'm going to need to always be cleaning and taking care of my table. I'm going to probably need another lamp for better lighting on my work is super important. And of course, I know that I'm going to need certain kinds of paints when I'm working on my project. So think about that. What is your setup going to be like? And the last one is more of, because you've just been filming and recording and posting, making posts for 5 days in a row, how was your boot camp? Was it hard for you? Was it difficult for you if you're a new video producer, if you haven't really done videos on YouTube or made posts in the Google group? Just talk about what was the experience of boot camp like, and how are you going to take that experience and flip it into the actual 31-day challenge. And that's it for the bootcamp videos, or video. This was like an introduction / bootcamp video. If you have any questions, please leave it down in the comments. And I guess the only thing to say when we're getting ready to go into July is you have to make it happen. You know, we can't just sit and hope that our models are going to get painted. You can't just sit and hope that you're going to find the time to work. You have to actually make it happen. And if that means, you know, getting a little bit of work in even when you're a little tired, there I go saying work in, or getting to sit at your table and paint and model even when you feel like doing something else, then, you know, that's up to you. If you really want to take your hobby time and make it your free time or your relaxing time doing something that doesn't require, you know, your thoughts and your energy, then you got to do that, because you have to make yourself happy at the end of the month. You have to be happy with your progress. If you set your goals just high enough that you're going to be able to attain them and still have a positive life experience, then of course you have to take care of yourself, because we are artists, but we're also real people, and that's something I want to focus on this challenge. It's funny, if you go back the last 5 years and you can see where my mind is at the beginning of each challenge when I'm setting up the questions and laying out the groundwork. And this year I'm really just all about succeeding, setting attainable goals and achieving them, and dragging the rest of you guys along with me, you guys and gals. So brush off that paintbrush, fire up that airbrush, get your paint water ready, and let's go on this magical journey together. I invite you all to follow along on Google, of course, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, which is where you can find me. You can find me chilling on the tube. And alright, that's it. Say goodbye, Dookie. Ruff, ruff.